I'm Dr. Osama Shukir Muhammed Amin, Senior Consultant, Board Certified Neurologist and Fellow of the Royal Colleges of Physicians of Edinburgh, Glasgow, London, and Dublin, as well as the American College of Physicians. I'm also the author of several books that self-assess you for the MRCP UK and MRCPI Part I examinations. I would like to speak about 3 books of mine that I published in the past 14 or 15 years. Starting with this one, Get Through MRCP Part I, Best of 5. It got published in 2008, in October 2008, by the Royal Society of Medicine Press in London. And the book was forwarded by the Dean of the Society, Dr. David Misselbrook, at that time. The objective behind drafting and publishing this book is to include the commonest examination themes at that time, between 2005 and 2008, in addition to some updates in medicine in general. The book features about 600 best of 5s. Yes, it was published before 15 years, but still some themes are commonly encountered till this moment in the MRCP UK and MRCPI Part I examination, so it's a good source of you to strengthen your knowledge and background ideas and information. One edition only, and this edition. Now it is published by Taylor and Francis, CRC Press, not the Royal Society of Medicine Press anymore, for certain reason. Afterwards, in 2009, I published this one. That would be Self-Assessment for MRCP UK Part I. It was published in late 2009 in North Carolina, lulus.com, in the United States. The only difference between these 2 books is that this book specifically, I drafted this book to include most commonly, or the commonest examination themes between 2005 and 2009. I asked several candidates, and I got a large feedback, and I got an extreme idea of what have been encountering in the MRCP UK and MRCPI Part I examination, but that was written specifically for the UK counterpart. 650 questions. It features 650 best of 5 questions, with some updates, of course, at that time. So these 2 books are different from each other. They are not similar, or they do not look alike. However, in 2017, in early 2017, when I was an associate professor of neurology at the International Medical University in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, I updated that title to another title, and that is Self-Assessment 650 Best of 5s for the MRCP UK and MRCPI Part I examination, to include, once again, what were the commonest examination themes, topics, updates in medicine, and so on, novel diseases, treatments, in general internal medicine. Once again, it was published by the same publishing house in the United States. Finally, in 2023, the 3rd volume came to light, and it got published by the same publishing house. I included COVID, of course, in this volume. COVID and its targets. For example, the effects of COVID on the respiratory system, on the cardiovascular system, on the brain, on the peripheral nerves, on the kidneys, and so on, even on the skin. So you will be facing a question about COVID in almost each and every chapter in this book, and that is the 3rd edition of this title. Of course, it has included many updates in medicine over the past 10 years. This one is quite different from all of these books, and that is MRCP UK and MRCPI Part I Best of 5s. I started drafting this book in late 2021, and it got published by Lulu in the United States, in North Carolina, in April, between March and April 2022. It is just a volume 1. Volume specifically self-assesses cardiovascular medicine, respiratory medicine, nephrology, acid-base and electrolyte disturbances, urology, gastroenterology, and hepatology, general neurology, stroke medicine, medical ophthalmology, and psychiatry. Volume 2 was supposed to be published in late 2022, but for health reasons, I couldn't continue drafting it, and I apologize for that. But still, you will get in a single volume, targeting about 50% of any chapter in any book, 732 questions. 732 questions. Updates, many updates in medicine, novel diseases, novel investigations, new insights into genetics, newly approved medications, new updates in guidelines in the UK, in Ireland, even international guidelines. So it's quite different from all of these. And that's why before publishing this one, I contacted about 22 candidates for the Part 1 examination. They were in the Arabian Gulf states or countries, 1 or 2 in Egypt, 1 was in India, 1 was in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, 1 was in Singapore. All of them said that the book somewhat difficult and different from all of these, and that the topic seems to be more elaborate than those books. Each question, of course, starts with a clinical scenario. Afterwards, you should choose 1 correct stem out of 5 stems. Afterwards, check out your answer. You will get the answer, and each question has an objective. You will be reading the objective as well. For example, this is the code. This is E9 and E. This is the objective for question 9. Why I did write this question? What is the idea behind drafting this question? What is the idea behind finding your knowledge? The objective says abnormalities of intensity of the first heart sound. For example, at the end of the explanation, you will find a reference. It could be a further reading, it could be a citation, it could be something you should read, for example, or to recheck or to reread in a book, or a chapter in a book, or an article, or a review article, or a research, or a website, for example, of a government, and that's all. And that's why it is quite different from all of these books. It's quite helpful, quite knowledgeable. It digs out deeply into your knowledge, and I'm sure it will strengthen and solidify your knowledge for Part 1 and Part 2 written examinations, as well as your career. That is the final or the ultimate objective of any examination or assessment. Finally, with all these books, I'm very grateful to my readership, their feedback, their queries, their questions were quite helpful to me in drafting and updating and checking out all these books over the past 15 years. Any feedback is helpful to me, so please do not hesitate in contact me whenever you have the opportunity to do so. I'm very glad and very delighted that I have helped several hundred and maybe thousands of candidates all over the world over the past several years to get through their examination journey. I wish you sincerely all the very best in your life, career, and examinations, of course. Thank you. Osama Amin.